So Total Drama has had some really nice and fun good challenges, while on the flip side, it ain't been all the way there. So today, I'm ranking them on a tier list. Hello all in the land of YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is X, and of course in today's video, we're going to be ranking Total Drama Island Season 1, the original series challenges. Well, I'm going to stop all that jibber jabber and get into it. I haven't even started screen recording yet, but basically I'm keeping them usually in my ranking videos or tier list videos. I basically just like have different categories, but this time around I genuinely just wanted to keep it like with the automatic tier that tier list maker gives you. So I just have S, A, B, C, and D tier. I have my paper here of like the episode names because I feel like I can remember certain challenges, just not the name of the episode per se. But I am going to go in chronological order from the episodes. So episode 1 and 2, which is of course the opening episode, I just pushed them together because it's part 1. So Not So Happy Campers, the challenge where they have to jump off the cliff. Okay, so for this particular challenge, I feel like, especially starting with season 1, I feel like it would have been easier to have more of an icebreaker challenge as opposed to automatically diving off a cliff. I feel like this could have been saved like for in the middle of the season when they did something like extreme torture, but for like a challenge in and of itself, it's absolutely absurd. Now I am remembering that these are cartoon characters. They're not real, so they can literally get a plane smashed on them and survive it because it's a cartoon. It's not real. But so I'm just going to still view it as a cartoon. But I will say for Not So Happy Campers, the challenge was like meh. I'm not really feeling the challenge like that. So I mean, it was a nice way. It's such a comforting because I mean, like nostalgia, like duh. But a challenge in and of itself, I'm not too certain. So I feel like I want to put it in C tier because it just wasn't a good challenge whatsoever. So let's put it in C tier. Next is The Big Sleep. Now the Big Sleep was also one of those challenges that was also like super duper boring, but it developed the characters and the character dynamics that we were going to be experiencing. So I did like that flip side about the challenge, but just a challenge in and of itself, just staying awake as long as possible, is not a fun challenge. It's not something fun or anything like that. So I'm really gonna put it in D tier. I wish I could put it in C. Now do I want to put it in C or D? I really am just ranking the challenges in and of themselves, but I really did like how this episode moved the plot along when it came to, of course, Heather's fake alliance and everything like that. Next is Dodgeball, and when it comes to Dodgeball, it's something so comforting just watching something so classic. But it's not like a S tier thing that I would say. I think this is honestly a perfect time to actually put this challenge in the beginning of the series. So I think it was a good placement for this particular challenge. So I am going to put Dodgeball in B tier. I don't think it needs to be an A, but it is B. Not Quite Famous, which is the talent contest episode. Okay, well, let me say this. Not Quite Famous in this episode where it was the talent contest, I do think it was properly placed in the season because I can't see this talent contest being placed later in the season because it just wouldn't make sense. I think it does make more sense for this challenge to be placed where it was placed. So I do like that, and I mean, it was an exciting challenge. You got to see who was gifted in certain things and everything like that. Like, of course, Courtney playing the violin because of course she would, because Courtney's just that girl. But I will say, for the talent contest, I feel like I also want to put it in B tier. Like I'm coasting in the middle of it. Like it was classic, but it's not like anything that I'm like jumping for joy about. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Sucky Outdoors. It's crazy because I actually like this episode a lot. I feel like I should also rank particular episodes in another video. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see that video. But right now I'm just ranking challenges. But I would love to like rank the episodes as well. Sucky Outdoors is actually one of my favorite episodes, I would say, out of the entire series, I'll definitely say it's in my top 3. I love Sucky Outdoors, but the challenge in and of itself, since they're on an island, Chris calls them campers. This is finally something campy. Like, they're doing something outdoors and it's campish. You get what I'm saying? So it makes more sense for the show, which I think I like the challenge in particular. So I don't know if I want to put it in S tier, or I think I'm just going to put it in A tier, because it's more fitting for A tier. Then we have Phobia Factor. I think Phobia Factor was a cruel challenge, but it was also a good challenge in the same mix as well, because we also got to see the campers and got to see people's fears. Of course, some people had like ridiculous fears, like Duncan with the Celine Dion music store standees. Like, that's such a ridiculous fear to have. While DJ's was a little more reasonable. Like snakes, yeah, somebody be afraid of snakes. So, but people facing their fears, it was weird to see, but at the same time it wasn't. I don't really know how to describe Phobia Factor, but I feel like I'm also middle road when it comes to Phobia Factor as well. So I am going to put it in B, only because but Courtney, she didn't have to lose the challenge like that. Up the Creek, the Boney Island episode, and when Bev took the doll thing. But Boney Island, I think that was also a pretty good challenge as well. I just like the absurdity of Jeff getting a splinter, and he thought that and they were saying he was horribly disfigured, and he wasn't. That was very funny. But I like the running gag of that. But as goes for the challenge, I do think it's more of a camp challenge as well, and I did like team participation. So I am going to also put it in the A tier. Now we have Paintball Deer Hunter. I also really do like this challenge. This is a really fun challenge. I think I'm actually going to this is going to be the first one that's actually going to go in the S tier, because I do think this is a really good challenge. Like, it is getting into the more forest scene, the campy scene. So I really do like that. So I actually am going to put it in S tier. And it's just so funny how I do have a screenshot of Courtney and Duncan when they're tied up. If You Can't Take the Heat, the cooking episode. I actually really do like the cooking episode. That's also like one of my favorite episodes as well. But the challenge is a cooking challenge. It's something about I think it's more so the episode than the challenge for me. But I feel like I have to put it in A, because I really do think a cooking challenge was really fun. That was also like a fun summer camp thing to do as well, because I can imagine, like, somebody having cooking class, or like a group activity is cooking. So I am gonna put the cooking episode in A tier, because I do think it was a pretty good challenge. Who Can You Trust? This episode, I mean, it was a good challenge as well, because it reinforced team bonding and, like, can you really trust the people around you? Like, it reinforced basically the characters and how they interacted with one another and how they saw each other. But a challenge in and of itself, I mean, I feel like I'm also like middle road with this one too. Like, it's giving more like B and C tier, but I can't really pick between B or C. But I feel like if I can't really choose right now, I think it's just probably best to put it in C tier, because I can't really make up my mind. So let's just put it in C tier. Basic Training. Now, this is a really good episode for, of course, Duncan and Courtney. But as goes for the challenge itself, I definitely do think it changes the pace of the show with Chef being over the challenge. So it definitely just changes pace in what the campers are used to. So I do like that aspect of this challenge, just kind of being a little different for everybody. And it's not like a whole team thing. It's like one-off-one, kind of like The Big Sleep. But I think this episode, it's just more interesting of an episode, because now the characters are more established, because we're getting a little later in the season now. So I will say for Basic Training, I probably want to put it in A tier. I feel like this one is a little more motivated through like my liking toward the episode, but I am just going to go on and put Basic Training in A tier. Extreme Torture, I'm going to be honest, I actually don't really like this challenge. And like I said, yes, they are cartoon characters, so these things are survivable for them. Like, they can literally, like I said, they can get crushed by anything and still survive because they're cartoons. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really like extreme torture like that. It's just something about the challenge that I'm not really too keen on as well. So I'm actually gonna put it in D tier because it's not really my favorite challenge. It's a good episode. Now the episode's great. It's just more so the challenge isn't really my favorite thing. Brunch of Disgustingness is actually disgusting. Now granted, nobody doesn't get kicked off in this episode, but at the same time I'm like, I don't really like the episode because it's just nasty. It's just a nasty episode. So I'm also going to put it in D tier just because Brunch of Disgustingness is so nasty. No pain, no game. This is the episode when Eva and Izzy come back. And I actually do think that it's a better one. Like, it's not D tier worthy, but it shouldn't be in anything higher than B either. But I wouldn't put it in B. I think I should put it in C. It's just, I mean, it's like a decent challenge. I mean, finally Lashana won a challenge, which I'm so glad she won a challenge for herself. I just hate how in the next episode her trailer got blew up. The episode in the plot with Bridget and Jeff was nice. Like I said, these episodes are really good. It's just the challenges are not necessarily my favorite thing in the world. I don't know why I have it right here in the tier, but I am going to put it right here in C tier. Right now, Search and Do Not Destroy, that's when they were doing the treasure chest. And it's a simple challenge. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing like, oh my gosh, that was a really good challenge. Like, it's just they had to go find what they were looking for. But, I mean, the episode, like I said, I need to stop talking about the episode and just really talk about the challenge. So, I mean, the challenge was like, meh. It wasn't the world's best episode. But, you know, I mean, the challenge was nice. I'm going to put it in C. And I don't know why I have two of these, but let's just go on and put them there. I have no idea why I have two of those. We have the Hide and Be Sneaky. Another summer camp fave. Now, I feel like this one was also a decent challenge as well, middle road. So I am gearing more toward B than I am. Like, it's just more middle ground for me. So I feel like I am going to put it in B tier. But I do like the episode, and I think if it wasn't really for the episode, the challenge would be lackluster. So that's probably another influence. And I said I wasn't going to do that, but I guess I'm changing my own rules, y'all. That's Off the Chain, which is the bike contest episode. Y'all, this is a really good... Now, I genuinely do like this challenge. I just hate how this is how Lindsay had to leave over some stupid mess. Because the writers have always been very inconsistent with how they kick people off the show. Especially when it came to Total Drama Island, more specifically. As much as I love the very first season of Total Drama, that is something that is a little weird about the show. Is that it's like the rules are kind of weird when it comes to who gets kicked off. But I do really love the bike episode. I really do like this challenge a lot, and I think it's actually an S tier challenge. I actually do think it is a really good challenge to have at a summer camp. When these campers had to find the animals, so now it's Hook, Line, and Screamer. So the animal episode when they had to find animals and Heather had to catch a bear. That episode, obviously the challenge is a little unrealistic. It's like, it's not the world's best challenge. So, but I'm in between C and D, but I'm still feeling very unsure. So I feel like since I'm unsure, I'm just going to put it in D tier. No! Oh my gosh, why did my computer do that? No, I'm sorry you guys. That was Wawanakwa Gone Wild, the animal episode. Hook, Line, and Screamer is the psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook episode. Now, that episode, I will say, Hook, Line, and Screamer, the psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook. The challenge, okay, now I get this challenge. I actually don't dislike the challenge, but I mean, I can see why this was a challenge. And I understand it. I feel like it's not, even though it's not my favorite thing in the world, I do understand it, and I think if I can understand something, I can be reasonable about it. So I am going to put it in B tier because I understand the challenge. Now, skipping, because I don't know, tier list kind of switched the episodes around for whatever reason. But now we're at Trial by Tri-On Triathlon. That is a tongue twister. But I actually do like this challenge because honestly, it's kind of funny just seeing all of them get chained up together and can't stand one another. I actually do like this challenge, and I think I am going to put it in S tier only because I just like seeing them. I just like seeing the dynamics. Of course, with Heather and Owen, they've always had this like weird dynamic with one another, especially in season 1. And it's always kind of funny. And this is also the first time that we really see Lashana and Duncan really like get together. And then of course the unexpectancy of Jeff and Gwen. So I am going to actually put this in S tier. I am skipping over episode 22 and 23 because 22 was of course when Lashana got kicked off for no reason, the stupidest elimination ever. And then episode 23 actually, or was it like episode, I kind of have like weird numbers. Yeah, episode 23 was like a filler episode where they voted off Mr. Coconut, but like they got shipped away from like their home base and went to another deserted island. So I'm not counting that episode. So now we're with Are We There Yeti, where Chef split them up between genders. I mean, it was like a whatever challenge. Now yes, it was like trying to get back into camp, so I did like that. Basically kind of like Sucky Outdoors, where they had to set up camp and then find their way back. But I feel like this challenge, I want to put it in C tier. I'm not feeling too strong about it. Like, it's not D tier, but I'm not feeling too strong about it, so I'm gonna put it in C. All right, I triple dog dare you. I triple dog dare you. Actually like the challenge. It's such a chill, laid back challenge. I do think it's pretty good. So I triple dog dare you. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. B or A? Which one do you guys think? Like, you guys can respond back to me right now. I think I want to put it in A tier. I think I'm gonna put it in A. No particular reason. I just do think it's a funny challenge. It's very funny. Last episode, the finale. I honestly want to put it in S tier only because it's such a basic challenge, but there's so many antics that go along with the challenges. So I think I want to put it either S or A. A. I think the last episode should go in A. Here's the list right here. What are we thinking? Do we like it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I do actually have a Total Drama playlist video on this channel. I'll leave that at the end cards at the end of this video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Especially subscribe. And I hope that y'all have a great day. Bye.